Greetings and salutations, this is Imperator Vespasian and his ever-trusty sidekick.
Hello!
Today we're having a look at kind of an update video to a previous video we did, which is the Stalingrad Siege 1942, which is that box at the back there you can see, and this is the whole thing assembled. So, it's not bad, is it?
No, you get a lot.
Yeah, you get these, well, I guess we'll go through everything, but... oh, sorry, my chair doesn't move. Right, so we get... So what should we start with?
Start with the German side, it's closest.
Okay, so you get these. These are your bog standard German figures. I'm not going to go through each individual one because at some point in your life you probably already had this. This particular box. It's the standard box you get with everything. You get in the D-Day box, getting them all of them. Not really good for Stalingrad, but the pass is fine. Tank wise, you get this lovely dude here. This is a Panzer IV, which is very nice little tank. Standard battle tank of the German army in the Second World War for most of it, when the Panzer III wasn't knocking around. That's the Panzer III just there, and that's the Panzer IV. Panzer III early war, hung around actually until the end of the war, but the Panzer IV became the main tank of the Russian army, German army. Sorry. Then we have the Russians. Sorry, just following current British politics, I have to hereby state that the Russians were the bad guys of World War II. So here are the Russians. These again are, you probably own these if you've owned any Russian figures, because this is the standard box you get from Italeri. They're in summer uniform and you get a decent collection of stuff in it, really. You get the machine guns, which are quite nice. Not as good as the Pegasus. Is it Pegasus? Yeah, not as good as the Pegasus stuff, but Italeri still got decent quality. So that's one of the machine guns. You get a mortar, which is honestly not that good, but then again none of them are. Let's have a look over here. Right, well, let's have a look at the mortar. Right, so that's the mortar from Italeri. It's cheap, it's all on the same sprue, so you sort of get everything on the same sprue, mini arm in a box. That's the mortar from Pegasus. So
more detail for Pegasus.
You pay for what you get, really. Oops, and that's the Mortar Crew from Pegasus. They're in great coats because it's for winter war. Is it in focus? Will it focus ever? Does it feel like focusing?
No.
Does anything want to focus? Right. Well, trust me, they're in great coat. Just take word for it. So that's this. You don't get the trench coat guys in the box. You get these guys in the box. What's next for the Germans? I forgot about this guy. Sorry. This guy's actually awesome. They're actually in winter gear, or gear that can be painted as winter gear. You could also paint it as summer. Remember these coats that they're wearing are actually reversible. On one side it's sort of either light green, dark green and black, or yellow and brown. Generally, there's two kind of main types. That's pack 40, pack 41. Pack 41. Standard German anti-tank gun throughout the Second World War. Pretty decent gun. Deal with it later when we play games with it. Then we have the T-34, the Fünfdreißigs. These are the T-34s. You get two of them in this box. Not overly happy with the paint job, because I don't think the tone of green I put on it reacts as well to the patterning of white.
Right, yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I like it.
See, I went good with a darker tone for this when I did the white, and I think the white went on it better.
No, I still prefer that one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Still like that one, do you? Yeah. Basically, the Russians have desperately just thrown whitewash paint over the tank and then driven off. Because, so I've done deliberate smears, and then I've painted a little bit over with green where the paint was never supposed to, a reverse paint job basically. So dry brush it a little bit white here and there, and then go over it with green to make it look like it's deliberately painted on, like haphazardly. So there she is. It's a decent model. Decent. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, nice little T-34. And the T-34s are the ones where you get 2 in a kit. They're the ones you get with this box, rather than the standard ones with the rubber wheels. That's where I am. This is the one with the rubber wheels, and they're the ones from the double kits. The kits we've already done videos on. Easy fit together kits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, now I'm going to do the buildings, I suppose. Right, so, just to start off with, get a load of junk spare. I had this junk spare and I made a little ruined house, maybe a foreman's office with a little pump next to it, which is quite nice. I like that. Okay, then I made a
road.
Bit of street. I had some street lamps and stuff, so I put the street lamps on. It's got a nice scattering of snow on it. It's okay, it's fine. And you're in charge of that one. We have the one of the factory buildings. The front of the factory building, that's I suppose the offices. We didn't bother putting the roof on because we thought bombed out building.
You realise it'll be really annoying to put figures in.
Yeah, it would be annoying, so we thought we'll just not bother with the roof. And over here we have this. Now I've deliberately, this actually all fits together. It comes in multiple sections. You see I've stuck it together? And all the sections fit together like that. You can see where they fit together.
Yeah.
But what I decided to do was make a flat edge from the edge of the kind of sprue, you know,
Yeah.
and so they're flat edges, and then we can either have it on or have it as 2 separate buildings. It just looks better, I thought. And that's the ruined factory, which is just cool. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Nice little ruined factory, which is really worth getting the box for, to be honest. Because if you get all these factories in it, and you you may as well get the other stuff with it all in one box.
Yeah.
So that's if you're going to use the figures. And this is the ruined part of the factory, the front part, which is here. It's had a bad day, and this bit here is actually the top bit for this bit here. So that's the factory all blown up, and that's it. That is the box. That is the Stalingrad box. So how much does it cost? 100?
100, I think, yeah.
Yeah. So it puts you back 100, which would be what, 10,000 US dollars at this moment.
That'll be about $150.
Yeah, something like that.
$160.
I don't know.
No, that is what it's at right now.
That's about are they that far behind us? I thought it was closer now to the pound to the dollar.
0.2 in there actually, so it's like.
Was it?
It could be 130, 140.
I was thinking 125, but
no, about 130, 140
right.
dollars.
So call it $130.
Nice check.
Go on, check. So we'll get £100 in England, right? So if you're buying in England, you get the ruined buildings. You get 2 sides, some 100 odd figures, and you get 3 tanks and an anti-tank gun. You get pretty much everything you need to play a game with, if you're going to play a game with it. And you can also build yourself a diorama, which is if you want to do that. So you've got a decent amount of stuff, really.
Yep.
Have you given up?
Almost there.
Almost there. Still waiting.
Almost there.
Still waiting.
I'm getting there.
So the weather report for today is it's cold and about to snow. Still waiting.
$107, because it's actually £80 at the moment.
Oh, it's £80. Right, sorry, we were wrong then. So it's actually £80 to buy this. I thought we spent 100 on it. Or was that with postage?
It's probably because you bought some extra stuff with it, isn't it?
Yeah, it could have been actually. It's hard to keep in track, isn't it? Because we've got a load of tanks and stuff as well, so yeah. So it's £80 costs you to buy, which means it's even more value for money.
It is actually.
You get the Sarissa buildings with it, you get those. So let's see, you've got was it £12–15 for 2 tanks in a box. These are about £6. The anti-tank gun is part of a box, which is about £8, £9.
Yeah.
If you bought it, on it as the box, I think you get a pack 40 and a pack 41 in the anti-aircraft gun. And the boxes, I think they're what, £7–8 a box for the figures,
Give or take.
give or take. So what's that all added together? That's you're making yourself a decent.
You got a decent force for
Yeah.
you
Yeah. It's 80 quid is actually really good. You're actually saving money doing it that way. So if you buy 2 or 3, you could build yourself practically a city, have more than enough figures to play with, more than enough tanks to play with. You're sorted. Although that would be quite expensive. That would be like 200 odd quid, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But it would still be cheaper than buying them all. But if you buy it for a kid to play with, it's a full game in a box. And that's why these are good. These box sets that Italeri are doing, you sort of get everything you need in it. With the Vietnam box that we did, we had everything we needed. We didn't need anything else. We had everything to play with, and then someone bought it off us. So we never got to actually do anything with it, but it was fun doing it. So yeah. So what do you think we'll get next with Italeri?
All the time will tell.
Yeah, I don't know. There's quite a few different ones available.
Sometimes not in stock though, because people want them.
I know, you try and get hold of them and they're just not there. But this Stalingrad one looks quite good, and we're going to have some games with it, aren't we?
Yeah.
Just for fun. Just for fun. But we are wanting to do World War II, so...
Yeah.
That's it. That's... any questions? We used to do that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. But now we're just waiting for people to actually ask their own questions in the comments, and we just answer them.
Oh, the Pershing! Right, internet drama. Right, we had a guy email me to our website, so he must have gone to the website. So the link down below, there's our website, go to it and then email me and tell me how you think I'm completely wrong about everything. And he pointed out that I kind of got the Pershing stuff wrong. I said the Pershing didn't turn up in World War II. The M46. And he corrected me and said the Pershing did turn up. He drove across the Rhine Bridge and blew up a Panzer. So it did take part in World War II. It turned up. Well done. He mentioned a few other things, but look them up yourself, really, because I did know bits about the Pershing. I'd never looked into it. I wasn't interested. Most of its combat appeared to be in Korea. So, good for it. Personally, I'd just skip from the Sherman to the M48, because the M48 is a Vietnam era tank which looks awesome and is brilliant, and I love the M48. Just sort of skip the Pershing. It's one of those silly bits of history where there's a gap and you sort of skip the tanks that came around in that era.
Yeah.
Yeah. Think of the interwar period with all the awesome little weird tanks that we invented and the weird armoured cars, like all the Soviet stuff, you know, with multi-turreted tanks and all that sort of stuff. And most of that just skipped straight over because it was the interwar period. It never did anything interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my bad for that one, for not knowing enough on the history of the Pershing. I'd have thought I'd have picked up more on the stuff I probably got wrong about the Sherman, because again, I don't know a huge amount about. I know about the Sherman in British service, but I know the Sherman in American service was a bit different. So that's it, really. And this is Stalingrad anyway, which is cool.
So if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and comment down below what you think of the Stalingrad Siege 1942 battle set. All done up.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. It's a lovely little set. And thank you very much for watching, and leave any comments in the comment section, or feel free to get in touch with us. You can find our emails through our website, which is down below. And that's it. I'm going to leave a collection of pictures of this thing at the end, with some music we own, which is cool. So enjoy it.
Okay. That's good from me.
And goodbye from him.
See ya.
Goodbye.